Tonight on Hotty Toddy News, double-decker weekend is back this weekend for the first time in 3 years. Find out how to navigate the roads. Hotels for graduation have been booked for nearly a year in advance. Coming up, we'll find out how guests are having to adapt. And enrollment numbers for graduate school are at an all-time high. We'll find out why coming up. Hotty Toddy News starts now.
From the School of Journalism and New Media on the campus of the University of Mississippi, this is Hotty Toddy News.
Hello and welcome to Hotty Toddy News. I'm Kennedy Cooper. The streets of Oxford will be full of vendors and festival attendees for Double Decker this weekend. But that means you'll have to find somewhere to park if you're headed to the square. Reporter Peyton Taylor went to find out how parking will work this weekend.
The 25th annual Double Decker Arts Festival is finally taking place after a 2-year hiatus. And with the annual Grove Bowl and Ole Miss baseball at home this weekend, it will make for the most hectic parking Oxford has seen since the start of the pandemic. Executive Director of Visit Oxford, Leanne Stubbs, who is organizing the event, says that parking will be limited and at a premium on Friday and Saturday.
I think tomorrow around this time you will not be able to find a parking spot.
All parking on North Lamar and the square will be closed starting at 4 a.m. on Friday, and violators can expect their vehicles to be towed. The parking garage off the square will be available, as well as a few first-come, first-served lots a few blocks away from the festival. Stubbs says that the best parking advice for this weekend would be to find other ways to get to the square.
If you can walk up here, if you're close to the square, walk, carpool, get dropped off. Those are kind of probably the easiest ways to do it.
If you aren't able to make it early to Double Decker on Friday and Saturday for one of the limited parking spots around the festivities, then like Stubbs said, your best bet will be to utilize the shuttle, which can be found here at Oxford High School or here at the South Oxford Center, where riders will only pay $5 for all-day round-trip transportation. For Hotty Toddy News, I'm Peyton Taylor.
Double Decker kicks off tomorrow at 9 a.m. with artists and merchants booths around the square. Double Decker bus tours run at 2, 3, and 4. The Wilkins sisters kick off the music scene at 6:15, followed by 49 Winchester and Brett Young. Bright and early on Saturday at 7 a.m., there will be a 5K and 10K and a fun run. Art and food vendors will open at 10 a.m. along with shuttle services costing $5 round trip until 11 p.m. At 10:30 a.m., the Best Dressed Pet contest will begin. Saturday's music starts with Happy Landing at 11 a.m. After Double Decker, Oxford will be crowded again for graduation. Hotels in Oxford are nearly booked for graduation weekend, leaving guests with no accommodations. Reporter Anna K. Boyd has the latest.
Graduation is around the corner and some families are struggling to find a place to stay. 2022 graduate Kathleen Grennan says it's been a very difficult process.
And we're staying at the Courtyard in Tupelo, so it's already like an hour drive. And we have to get here early to find seats, so it's just really hard.
Hotels in Oxford are nearly completely booked for graduation weekend, and most have been reserved for over a year to avoid last-minute price increases. Director of Sales Amanda Hudgens at Home 2 by Hilton says they've been booked since the end of last year.
We are completely booked for graduation. We did start opening it up last May. So we do 53 weeks out where you can do reservations.
I'm here on Jackson Avenue, which is a hot spot for many hotels. And with most of them being booked, the Quality Inn is offering a waiting list.
We put them in order on this form that we have. And whenever someone cancels, we just call the next person in line.
Airbnbs are also hard to come by, and the prices ranging from $300 to over $1,000 per night. Property owner Ray J. Morgan says his rental has been booked far in advance from graduation.
The family from Texas is coming the week of graduation, and they're booked for a couple of days before graduation and a couple of days after graduation. So, and yeah, it's been booked for almost a year.
If you plan on coming to graduation in Oxford, plan ahead and stay in surrounding areas to avoid high prices. And experts say to book soon for next year. Anna Kate Boyd, Hotty Toddy News.
Thanks, Anna Kate. More and more students plan to stay in school after graduation. Enrollment numbers at the University of Mississippi Graduate School are at an all-time high. Reporter Tucker Lewis takes a look as to why.
Graduating senior J.T. Carney believes going to graduate school will be more than worth his time.
This next year that I will have, I think it's going to add a lot of value to my degree, and then also to my knowledge just in general.
He's one of many students who's deciding to stay in school, and as a result, the University of Mississippi Graduate School has seen their enrollment numbers up a total of 18% since the fall of 2019.
Our graduate school has really been growing.
Assistant Dean of the Graduate School, Robert Dirksen, thinks one of the reasons is because of employment issues during the COVID-19 pandemic.
I think it's more to do with effects of looking for work and opportunities that were available.
But Carney says that he is getting his master's of accountancy not because he couldn't find a job, but because he wants more time in the classroom.
I believe that the COVID year kind of took away a lot of the learning experience that I should have had.
Dirksen says UM has also been investing resources into making graduate programs better and more diverse.
We've had a lot of exciting and new graduate programs being started, new degree programs, and so we currently have around 170 different degree programs available.
Even though many seniors want to regain an extra year of college by doing graduate school at the University of Mississippi, they know at the very least it'll help in their future careers. Tucker Lewis, Hotty Toddy News.
Thank you, Tucker. In other education news, local school teachers are leading the charge in therapy for a common learning disability. Reporter Ivone Garcia finds out how.
The Oxford School District initiated a dyslexia therapy program just this year.
Different for a dyslexic child. They have to be taught in a different way, more methodical.
Reading interventionists at Central Elementary, Carrie Case and Stephanie Roy just finished a 2-year training, which educated them on how to help students struggling with dyslexia.
Just exciting to see the light go off for them.
They offer therapy to 1st and 2nd grades, focusing strongly on letters and phonics for a more hands-on experience with students.
And letter sounds, they use letters, the manipulatives, to build words and then to carry those over to write them and then to read those. We use mirrors to be able to watch the way their mouth shapes words or shapes sounds. They often get sounds like digraph TH and F confused because of the way the tongue is placed.
Even though the dyslexic therapy program started just this year, within the next 3 to 4 years, they expect to expand the program not just in the school district, but statewide. Ivone Garcia, Hotty Toddy News.
Thanks, Ivone. In sports news, the Ole Miss men's basketball team ranks number 12 in the latest 2022 ESPN recruiting class rankings, thanks to 3 ESPN Top 100 signees for the Rebels. Forward number 81 Malik Edwin, guard number 97 TJ Caldwell, and guard number 98 Amari Abram, all of whom are 4-star prospects for ESPN. Ole Miss is one of 5 of the SEC schools to make the latest top 25, sitting 4th best behind Arkansas, Alabama, and Kentucky. Coach Davis has signed 3 other players for the next campaign as well: Robert Cowherd, Javius McInnes, and Miles Burns. That's all for this week. You can find out all of our shows and the latest on the Oxford Lafayette community on HottyToddy.com. I'm Kennedy Cooper. We'll see you next week.